Check 1 2, check 1 2. So part 3 of my video about strength and conditioning for boxers. I just finished doing about 40 minutes of walking with my dog throughout the neighborhood, so different terrain of hills, streets, elevation, because we live kind of on a hill. So it definitely gives you a different feel going up and down, and it gets those extra calorie burns in. So here's my running partner right here, Buddy, my running partner. He's chilling. Just finished eating after his walk, so he got his refuel of protein. So he's all good. But yeah. So basically, this part I want to talk about. I said I was gonna do like yoga and things like that, but this is more about like the intensity levels of strength and conditioning, right? So I like to do, especially now that I'm in my late 30s, I like to do more low intensity to keep the body fat down, because that's definitely an issue as you age, is keeping body fat on longer than you want. And obviously nutrition is a big factor in that. But for me, definitely want to do lower intensities to kind of get the fat burning levels, because when you're working at high intensities, you're actually using glycogen stores in your muscles. So you're not actually burning fat, you're actually using up any stored glycogen, which is in terms carbohydrates. So any stored carbohydrates in your system, if you're not in ketosis, you're using, the carbohydrates first, and then if you, run out of carbohydrates in your body, you're either going to feel a drop in energy level and or use fat as your next level. But it takes a lot to do that. So if you're training, you're really trying to lean out, and it's good cardio also, because now you're in that anaerobic state, that aerobic state, I'm sorry, when you're in low intensity. So you're burning fat, you're getting your aerobic system up, so you can do it for longer durations. So you can walk, me and my dog walk straight for 40 minutes, just straight walking, no stops, no nothing, unless we had to go across the street or something and the light was red. So, that allows you to build up your heart, but you're doing that at a lower intensity, so you're able to have a duration, endure. So your endurance is better. So you definitely want to, do that, as well as your high intensity, short burst training, because it's very beneficial to you. So for me, walking, best thing you can do. Especially if you're a bigger guy, you can't just run for a straight long time without having, the risk reward being skewed. Because if you're 250 pounds and you're running, you're gonna put a lot of pounding on your joints. And after a while, that can take away from your ability to continue to train for days on end. So instead of being able to work out 5 or 6 days a week, you're able to actually only work out probably 2 or 3, because you have to rest in order to be able to do continued work on an important day. Like, say if your important day to box is, like our schedule on Team Hazardous is Wednesdays and Saturdays. If you're working out on your off days from boxing, but you're doing also really hard, high intensity workouts during those days, when you get to your Wednesday and Saturday work and you got, a fight coming up and you got sparring and you're about to do 12 rounds, that day, in the gym, just continuous work, you're going to be burned out. You're not going to actually be able to perform, and performing is also part of you being able to learn. If you can't perform, you can't fulfill your agenda for the day. So you got to keep that in mind when you train. So definitely incorporate a lot of lower intensity work, doing repetitious things with light weights and doing it for longer, periods. So doing like 25 reps with a light dumbbell, things like that, doing squats, doing 10 sets of 5, definitely mix it up and do that in between those hard workout days, because more is better, but smarter is better. So if you're working smarter in those in-between days, you can actually get more out of yourself, in the larger scheme of things. All right, so that's my short, quick one on this. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.